How's it feel to be the #1 ACC tight end ever?
Definitely, it's cool. I'm very honored, and it's been definitely a blessing. But at the same time, just keep going. It's just another day, another week trying to win a football game. So all focus on NC State. That's kind of something you sit there, you can look at it, and be like, it's an honor, and you're happy about it. But then you just got to move on and keep working.
It's been now, I think, 16 or 17 catches in the last 3 games after the Georgia Tech one. Are you upset at how the Georgia Tech game went? And I don't think they even targeted you.
No, I mean, it was just the thing. I have a job to do each and every game, each play, and whatever that job is, I'm gonna do it. And I just had some opportunities these past few games to make some plays, and that's kind of just what I did my job, and that's all I can do each and every game.
Now with Bradley Chubb coming in, we look for you doing the same thing that you did against Harold Landry and kind of shadowing towards him. And
yeah, it was just kind of as the game goes, we'll see. Game plan, but just gotta do my job, like I said, whatever that is. So, yeah.
Has it been a big difference for you this year with less hair? Has that helped your performance any?
Yeah, the hair is definitely, I feel more aerodynamic, without the hair. No.
I find that's the case for me as well.
Yeah, so another year, new hair, new year, right? So
what are you going to wear your first year in the NFL?
I'm gonna go short hair probably. All business. Going the professional life, probably business. So hopefully, God willing. So
I asked a tough question.
business, yeah.
like, we talking buzz?
Nah, I'll probably just do fade with a little bit longer on top.
I mean, you had a lot of hair last year,
did.
if I remember
It
correctly.
was a lot of hair. It was down to my shoulders, so it's definitely lighter up top. So yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, so when you trimmed up a little bit of that was hair weight too.
Right. Yeah. The hair weight combined with the body weight, so it's like ended up being a good amount.
Did the offense kind of catch up with the defense around here, or has it, or maybe it's past it?
Yeah, for us, it's just been a work in progress the past 4 years since we've all been together, and the offense has been together for a long time. So the same guys now are the same guys that kind of went through hearing how awful they were, or hearing how they need to be better, or how we're holding. So I think everyone has a chip on their shoulder, and that's kind of what's driven us to this point now. Is we never take anything for granted. We know that any new week can be completely different. Just because we went for 700 last week doesn't mean we're going to go for 200 this week. So it's like, for us, it's just about each week is a new week, and you got to be consistent to become a good offense, and that's one of our big goals. So we just got to do it all over again this week.
At one point, did it become clear that y'all were going to make this jump, though? Because you've consistently made progression over the last 3 years, but it's been relatively minor progression. Mm-hmm. This year's an explosion. Yeah. At what point did you kind of know that this was going to happen?
I'd say early on, I knew that we would get there eventually. I didn't know when, because we had guys that wanted to work, that wanted to learn, that wanted to get better. And then this past summer, when we were all kind of getting together, we'd have our throwing sessions 4 to 5 times a week, and you look around, you saw everybody from the first string, second string, third string, getting extra work in on Saturdays, doing with the extra stuff, and then when we were throwing, it'd be perfect. We had Thursdays where we haven't had one ball on the ground, so it's kind of stuff like that. So it's things kind of like that, like little bitty milestones that you kind of see, like, okay, we might be able to be something special. And then you look at the playmakers we had, the guys in the backfield, the slots, the outside guys. Our O-line is one of the biggest reasons for our success this year. It's going to be quite honest. Our O-line has played awesome all year. They're a group that doesn't get nearly enough credit for what they do. They are playing at a very high level. So, I guess when you look at all those things kind of coming together, you kind of start to understand, like, we could be kind of special this year. And I think we've gotten better and better as the season's gone on, and kind of adapting to that.
Who do you feel like you connect more with, the outside skill guys or the beef boys? Which one?
I would say early in my career, it was probably the outside skill guys, but then I'd say about halfway through to now, it's probably the O-line. The beef boys, I like to say they consider me an honorary member of the beef boys. Unless I catch touchdowns, then they say I'm not. I can't be considered a beef boy that day because beef boys don't catch touchdowns. So it depends on what kind of game I'm having. 'Cause I do have both kinds of games. There's games where I'll be in the trenches with them all game long, and we're beef boys together, or there's games where I'm out catching passes and there's games in the middle. So I'm always like the little kid, like, come on, let me hang out with you. I'm one of you guys, like the guy on the outside. But
now Justin and Phil would love to pick one up and rumble into the end zone.
No, I would love to see that for them too.
Of course, that would mean something broke down early on in the play.
They're a great guy, and they're a close group, the O-line. So I think all of us up front that block and do all that stuff, we're a really close group, all really good friends, and I think the chemistry between the group is really, really close.
Last week, we were asking about how painful watching film from Notre Dame was for the defense. So this week it figures to reason how much enjoyment did you get out of watching offensive film?
It was great. I mean, whenever you click like we did and execute the game plan and do your job, it's a great feeling. And we had Saturday and Sunday morning to enjoy it, and then we were right on to NC State. So it's kind of.
Did you say Saturday and Sunday morning?
Yeah, Sunday morning you wake up and you're like, okay, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah, and then you flush it, and you're on to NC State by probably noon. So it's.
All right, but I still got the two leaping catches that you had. Were those the highest you've gotten off the ground for a catch?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I just saw the ball and got it. So that's just probably up there. I'm not sure.
But you were a baseball player.
I was, yeah.
Not basketball.
I did basketball too.
Okay.
I played 3 sports until my junior year, and then I switched to just football and baseball, and then senior I just did football. So it's kind of like a gradual progression. But yeah, I thought I was playing baseball in college until I was a junior in high school pretty much, and then I decided I thought football was a little better.
What position?
Yeah,
I pitched and played center field and third base, so I moved around. Yeah.
Coach Walter never reached out to you to
No,
do.
I was done playing way before then, so yeah.
How were you as a pitcher? Were you
I think I was pretty
speed
good.
guy?
I would say as an 8th grader, I probably was almost peaking because the second I started lifting for football and then kind of getting a football body, my arm strength kind of plateaued.
Okay.
So I probably threw similar to what I did in freshman year of high school as a senior in high school or junior high school. So, which was fast enough, but it was so it's good enough.
And I learned that Trace McSorley was your quarterback.
Yeah, we've been like best friends. We were like 8 years old. He's been my high school. He's actually before John. He's the only quarterback I ever had. So,
Wow.
It went from Trace to John. So it's funny as John came home with me for a break one time, and me, him, and Trace just hanging out, took pictures of the two of them. It's like it's kind of funny that they both are my quarterbacks. They're more similar than they think. It's pretty. I've been very lucky as a tight end to have quarterbacks at like their caliber with me my whole life.
Both kind of shorter guys too, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's similar. Yeah, similar size.
Is that as a tight end? Do you kind of? I mean, tight end is quarterback's best friend, but
Yeah.
I guess it really rings true for you in the relationships
Yeah, definitely.
you've had with those guys.
Yeah, I think definitely quarterbacks and tight ends I think are good to go for pairing for friends. So it's good. And then I mean the height thing I don't think it matters. They both play at such a high level and they execute no matter what height. I'm hard over height in my opinion. So yeah, all the time.
And you hosted John on his visit.
Yeah, I was his official visit host back when he was coming on campus as a senior in high school. So I'll take credit for getting John here. I'll take credit. No, but yeah. So I've known John for a long time now, been since the beginning. So it's been awesome.
What'd you tell him?
Just come here, man. Let's make history, right? Let's do big things. Turn this thing around, right? So it's been a fun road. It's been a long road, but a fun one.
John, about one of the most competitive people you've ever known.
Definitely. John is just he outwork anyone. I think John is a testament to his. He started the season as what many people thought was a second-string quarterback in the summer, and now he's tearing it up. And people are I see all over the place. John for Heisman. Let's get that one going, by the way. So that's just a testament to his work ethic and who he is as a person. I mean, it's awesome. I couldn't be happier for the guy. Worked his butt off. Just went completely just owned it. And a lot of people put in that situation of starting for 3 years, come back your senior year, and the second string would have just folded and let it get to them and hung their head. But not for a second did John let any of that happen. He just kept working, kept pushing, never gave up. And I mean, it's truly awesome. It's a testament to him.
The joy at looking at what he's doing this year, how much do you also factor in the beating that he took the first 2 years he was here?
John, I think it kind of you learn, you get experience. It's almost like kind of wearing in. You kind of learn. You take your bumps, you take your bruises, and you kind of makes you better. And I think that's part of the reason we're having success this year is that a lot of guys played a lot of football and experienced a lot of things. So John, I don't think you could have anyone running this offense more smoothly or better than John. So I think everything he's gone through is molded him to having the season he's having right now. So definitely.
And of course, learned today that you're one of the 8 semifinalists for the John Mackey Award. Just your thoughts about getting that recognition.
It's an honor. You have goals as a personal goals to be the best you can be at your position. And so for me to be considered one of the top 8 in my position for the season it's special, but at the same time, it doesn't change anything for me. Just keep working, keep grinding, and go beat NC State this week. That's all on my mind.
Got 6 wins. You got 2 left on the schedule. How do you think this season's going to end up, Cam?
you know, I mean, for us, it's week by week. So I mean, we got to start going 1-0 this week against NC State, and get that done, and then you know we'll deal with it next week when it comes.
It seems like a lot of points in a college football game to you.
What's